Isaiah Hines. 50, Wesley Timbrell. 51, Rodney Jones. 53, Jaden Early. 55, Connor Singleton. 62, Cole Stillman. 65, Trent Fritz. 66, Jonah Robin. 71, Dalton Reynolds. 77, Adrian Laxton. 78, Tyler Eller. And 79, Nathaniel Fletcher. The head coach is Tyler Big Harper. And now the roster for the Harriman High School Blue Devils. 0, Nathaniel Harris. 1, Ethan Williams. 2, R.J. Jones. 3, Eli Brock. 4, Xavier Hall. 5, Dylan Hanson. 6, Byron Paul. 7, Sean Well. 8, Brandon Dan. 9, Devon Bartra. 10, Logan Redman. 12, Zayden Buckram. 13, Wesley Daniels. 14, Aiden Oliver. 15, Preston Daniels. 17, Ashton Kinney. 18, Landon Monroe. 20, Lane Taylor. 21, Brandon Brin. 22, Nicholas Harwood. 23, Jordan Gilmore. 25, William Howard. 35, Bryson Bracken. 43, Logan Utley. 50, Braden Ward. 52, Tyson Edmonds. 54, Landon Hart. 57, Demian Jones. 59, Kenneth Lawson. 60, Joshua Hawkins. 61, Elijah Dishman. 66, Isaiah Seaver. 67, Christopher Green. 72, Bobby Moon. 73, Julian Dagley. 74, Peyton Starn. 75, Domingo Hernandez. 76, Blaine Johnson. 77, Landon Griffin. And 79, Lucas Gofor. Head coach for Harriman is Claude Graham. Assistant coaches James Jimbo Branch, Peter Cox, Rod Huntley, Kelvin Inman, Isaiah Johnson, Pat Morris, and Todd Tinker.
I think everything looks good, don't it, Thomas? You okay with the tripod? Feel okay? Okay. If you need to adjust it, now's the time. If you want to do anything, I'm fine with that. We got about 10 minutes left, yeah. And what's that? What? Huh? Hear him talking? Should be okay.
Remove your hat.
All right, we're gonna take a break. Well, we're gonna bring you on live for the national anthem here, Thomas. If you want to scroll over to the flag, it's right over there. All right. Good national anthem by the Harriman. Rhapsody in Blue, is that what you said, CL?
Yeah, Rhapsody in Blue Marching Band.
Rhapsody in Blue, Harriman High School Blue Devil Marching Band. It's always good to have a band curriculum at a school. So thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight. We're back live. First road game we've had in a few weeks, CL. We've had double duties at home, and I think this is kind of where we feel a little bit more comfortable in this element. So
kind of feel like we're on vacation a little bit.
Vacation, yeah, it does. It does. We've been here since about 5:15, and we've just been kind of enjoying the beautiful fall weather and getting ready to get everything set up to bring you tonight's game with the Blue Devils versus the Bobcats. I like calling it the Battle of Highway 61. That's the road you got to travel to get down here to Harriman. That's where Harriman's got to travel to even come to Oliver Springs. So Harriman comes in tonight 0-7, no winless on the season. I think they've had some close games, but they just haven't been able to find a win this year. So the Bobcats come in at 5-3. We've dropped the last two, obviously to Oneida, and a little bit of a heartbreaker to Midway there. So but we're still 4-1 in the region. Did get a chance to talk to Jason pregame, CL, about the we'll talk a little bit on the roundup with Jason afterwards, but it looks like, based off what Jason sees and what I'm understanding, is like the Bobcats got to win out to win the region. That's an if. That's a guarantee. We got to do that. We got to win tonight, and we got to win next week. But I don't think we can finish second. I think it's going to be first or third based off tiebreaker situation. That loss to Midway really put us in a hamper to pursue even finish second. So I think we, based off what Jason was looking at, I looked at a little bit. We don't know yet. Obviously, there's still a lot of football to be played. 2 more games for each team. So we got to take care of business tonight against the Blue Devils. Obviously, no win, CL. They're going to be hungry. They're going to be hungry for a win, and it's senior night here. They just recognize the seniors. So excited to be back. We did the middle school game last night. That was cool. We didn't do a live broadcast. Play-by-play broadcast. We did a live stream. That was a great victory last night by the Oliver Springs Middle School Bobcats over the Sunbright Tigers. That punched their ticket to the championship game a week from tomorrow at Campbell County, and they're going to play Midway at 12 o'clock, what Coach Buster Brown called me about an hour or so ago, and we chatted a little bit, and he said it's going to be at 12 o'clock on a Saturday, a week from Saturday, so I think that's November the 1st maybe. Yeah, it has to be November the 1st. And that'll be exciting. Obviously, we got a couple high school games to get through there, but
Midway's going to see I believe a little different team than what they saw week 1. That was not the Oliver Springs that on the field now.
No, and we actually requested to live stream that game. Buster reached out to some of the administrators there at Campbell County, and I guess during the off season, all the coaches and some administrators voted to not allow anyone to live stream the championship game, which is totally understandable. So we will not be live streaming or anything in that game. We'll be attending as fans. So that'll be cool. Obviously, we'll be posting on our Facebook and TikTok and those things, keeping you guys updated if you're unable to attend. But
it was great seeing that big victory for him last night. I mean, Sunbright brought a tough little team down.
Yeah, they did, and they hung around there till we pulled away late. Obviously, it was and then Midway went out and beat, or I don't know where the game was at, but they did beat Cofield, which was, I don't know if it's that surprising. Midway's got a good little team. That was CL and I's very first live broadcast of football game. So, so we got the captains walking out here. CL, if you want to call off the roster for Harriman.
Harriman, we got number 8, Braden Gann. Number 50, Braden Ward. Number 7, Sean Wells, and number 0, Nathaniel Harris.
For the Bobcats, I see Jackson Jett out there. I see Dalton Reynolds. I see William Eddings, and looks like Cooper Jones. captains tonight. So we're flipping the coin here at Wallace Blackfield. Got about 3 minutes left on the game clock here. So it looks like Auburn Springs won the toss and is elected to defer. So Harriman will receive. So just excited to see the Bobcats back in action. We've been off for a couple weeks here. I guess it is a 2 week. We had a 2 week dead period. I took some time off. Seal took some time off, and we just kind of reboot here. But we're excited. We appreciate all the support, as we go through and read your guys' comments. We appreciate all that. Once again, we have no intentions of live streaming any playoff games. So we got this game tonight for the high school, and then obviously next Friday night's game against Cofield at home, senior night. We'll live stream and live broadcast that. But after that, CL and I plan on being fans after that. So, and then getting geared up for basketball. We plan on, CL and I got to sit down and look at the basketball schedule for Coach Jones. He sent it to us a few weeks ago, and pick out what games we're going to do, and we'll kind of announce that as we go. So
Bobcats coming on the field, and they looked a little fired up tonight.
They better be.
I'm ready to get back in the winning column.
I am too. It's been tough. Been tough to be a Bobcat fan at the high school level. Obviously, last night I drove home after that middle school game, and I just felt different than I have, because just seeing a Bobcat win helps me feel a little bit different about things.
But they cannot take this Harriman team lightly. The 0-7 record. We all know who's on the other side there.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me he's not fired up for this game.
No, Seals talking. He's referring to Coach Todd Tinker. He's the DC defense coordinator down here at Harriman. Been down here. This is his second year. Tinker is a really good guy, outstanding individual. I got to know him a few years there when he was at the Bobcats. He defense coordinated for us and did a great job. But now, times change, things change, life changes, and you end up down the road 10 or 12 miles, whatever the distance is.
We're always a fan of Tinker. We're just not a fan tonight.
Not a fan tonight. So I haven't had a chance to see him before the game, but I will catch up after the game.
But I'm ready to get this ball kicked off.
Yeah, we're getting ready to get going here. It looks like Bryson Goodman's going to tee it up. We're running the clock out here. Going to go ahead and get you guys at home. We are live streaming at 720p. If you have any buffering issues that might be associated with our live stream, please just kind of comment. We may bump it down to 540, but obviously we can't test your connection at home, how you're watching. But anyway, we'll do our best. So
back for the Harriman Blue Devils, we got number 5 Dylan Hanson and number 7 Sean Wells.
All right, here we go. The ammunition has been passed out. It's time to go to war. Nice, cool fall night here at Wallace Blackfield for this week 8-9 metro. So going to be fielded by number 8, and he's going to find a seam there. Finally brought down by number 22, Sam Tippins.
Sam Tippins been playing pretty good on special teams this year.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit in there on defense.
Yeah. So after the return there by the Blue Devils, it's going to be 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. So pretty good field position here to start the game for the Blue Devils. Not really sure. I haven't seen any film on the Blue Devils this year, so I don't know what kind of offense they run. They have a first-year head coach, Kwayu Graham. He's known around these parts for coaching and just being involved in youth, so I don't know him personally, but I know a lot of people that know him, and they speak highly of him. So it looks like they're going to come out in a pistol-style formation. And the high snap here, and it's going to be Tippins is there.
Jordan coming down to make that tackle.
Yeah, that's number 0, Nathaniel Harris.
Number 9, Jordan Butcher on the carry. Tackle by
I think it was number 0.
Jordan Gray.
Maybe, I don't know. Either way around, about a gain of 1.
9 to go.
2nd and 9 for the Blue Devils at the 48. That's number 9 on the keeper, Devin Bertram.
Number 9, Jordan Butcher on the carry. Brought down by number 5.
And we got a flag over here. Looks like we got some extracurricular activity. That's probably going to go against the Bobcats. And that's going to give most likely the Blue Devils a first down. That'll be most likely a personal foul. See what Mr. Official calls here. Dead ball, personal foul against the Bobcats. So they're going to walk that baby out and spot it at the Bobcat 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. Fake handoff here, 14, swings it out to number 7, Sean Wells.
Dalton Reynolds and Hammock coming over to make the tackle.
Gain of about 9 on that pass play, so 2nd and 1 from the 31 for the Blue Devils.
Second and 1 for the Blue Devils.
Handoff to number 9, Bertram, and
Cooper Tippins.
but it's going to reset the chains for the Blue Devils. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Bobcat 29. So the Blue Devils doing a little marching here down the field on this first drive. I'm sure Harriman's got some athletes. I haven't had a chance to talk to anybody about what the scene is here this year, but
I mean, even in their downtimes, they always come with a little speed with them.
It's fumble in the backfield here, and looks like they're going to get on it. It's 14. Aiden Oliver is going to recover that, so it's going to be a loss of about almost 4. So it's going to bring up 2nd and about 14 for the Bobcats here, the Blue Devils. Back to pass for the Blue Devils. He's going to throw it downfield here and just out of the reach of number 4, Xavier Hall. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 14 for the Blue Devils here. So let's see if the Bobcats can hold some ground here. I did notice, Seal, that Harriman and us are the only ones that hadn't got the new fancy lights. Harriman's still carrying some old lights like us. But so 3rd and 14 for the Blue Devils at the Bobcat 33. Blue Devils back. He's got plenty of time. Now he's being rushed out here by Cameron, and Cooper's trailing him right here, and he just throws it away. So Oliver just throws it away there, and it's going to bring up 4th and 14 for the Blue Devils.
Good job by Cooper pulling up, because he definitely, if he'd made that hit.
Yeah, Wesley.
Flag.
Yeah, Wesley Wesley got through over there on that right side defensive line and kind of flushed him out over here to the right. And yeah, Cooper was on him. So Bobcats need something here. Just need bend but don't break, and no penalties right here when we get the ball back. And so 8 minutes, 36 seconds left in this first quarter. Oliver back to pass. He's going to throw this out here to number 4, Hall. Hall's going to.
Good job by Hammock coming up, making that tackle.
Yeah, Hammock came up, made the tackle on Hall right there, and they got about 6, but it wasn't enough for a first down. So it'll be a turnover on downs. Bobcat football. 1st and 10. They're going to spot it at the left hash at about the 27-yard line. So Bobcats come right to the line of scrimmage here. In a split back formation, Bokey's in shotgun. Got 2 to the left, 1 to the right, and the wide receiver set. And the Blue Devils are going to jump off sides here. Bobcats going to get 5 free yards, I believe. Yep. Encroachment against the Blue Devils.
There's a flag on the play outside the big pair. 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 5.
So it'll be 1st and 5 now at the 32. I like free yards, don't you, CO? Even if it's just 5.
1st and 5 is better than 1st and 10.
Yep, absolutely. Bokey's going to swing this out here to Hammock. No, is that Jet? No, that's Hammock. Okay. And he's close. We'll see what kind of spot they give him out there. And chains are moving. So about a 5-yard pass right there, Bokey to Hammock. Be enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 37. That's Hammock on the carry, and he's going to get loose here. And he's going to take it all the way down to about the 39, but there is a flag on the play here. Those flags usually don't bode well for offensive teams. Hammock made a good hurdle right there.
There's a flag on the play.
Holding against the Bobcats. So that'll be a spot. No, that's going to be a 10-yard penalty, so they're going to take that ball. Well, it is a spot foul. So it's going to be spotted at the 30, so it's going to be 1st and about 17 for the Bobcats after the penalty. Bokey in a single back formation. Hammock to his right here. Hammock's got some running room here, running hard.
Hammock's came out on a mission tonight, Mitch.
He seems to be running different. Hall finally run him out of bounds over there. Hammock got about 8 on that, so it makes up about 2nd and 9 now for the Bobcats.
I'd keep running to Nathaniel Fletcher's side because a couple plays earlier, I seen him take a Harriman Blue Devil about 20 yards on a nice little ride for a pancake.
Yeah, planted him like a tomato seed. And that should be another penalty right there. So that's 5 more free yards. I did notice that, I've been watching Jackson Jett over here. They've been lining him up in the slot, and the Blue Devils are respecting him. They've got 2 on top of him. So after the penalty, they're going to walk it off, and it's going to be spotted at the Bobcat 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd and about 4 for the Bobcats.
I mean, just the presence of Jed on the field, no matter where he lines up, like you were saying, they were doubling him.
Yeah, look, And we got some extra whistles here.
Maybe a little equipment malfunction.
Yeah, I think so. They're asking one of the Harriman Blue Devil players to come off the field. So now we'll get reset. Mr. Official winds the clock, and we got trips to Bokie's left.
Almost got another freshman.
Almost, yeah.
Replacement player said, let me get one of them penalties.
So Bokie looks over the sideline. Looks like he's going to check out of that play. He's going to get up here. Got Jet across the middle. And, ball was batted down by number 7, Sean Wells of the Blue Devils. Looked like he was trying to hit Sieber there on a post route, a skinny post. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 for the Bobcats here.
Fade hammock again.
I think so.
Fade hammock and run right.
So we're going to come out here. Got Jet in the backfield now. Cooper's going to go in motion.
Blocking.
And they're going to hand this ball off to Jet, his first touch of the night, and he's
going to be
just short, I believe.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see what they spot here. It's close. It is really.
I think they're going to spot him about a yard.
Nope, there it is. Mr. Fisher marked it, first down.
Hey, well, I'll take it.
Yeah, heck yeah. So Jet's first touch of the night is just a couple yards, or 4 yards, but it gets a first down.
Just by the nose of the football.
Yep.
From the 47-yard line.
Hand this ball off, and Jet is he's going to get out of there, and I think they got a face mask on.
And, hey, calm them down.
Yeah.
Let's calm down, boys.
I think Jet I think they grabbed his face mask there. He got out of that first tackle.
I think they grabbed him by his collar, his face mask, anything.
He made a weird move there when he kind of twisted awkwardly, so we'll see what they call it. He's waving. Yeah, it's going to be, I don't know, going to be a personal foul, I think. We'll see what they call. Yep, personal foul, face mask against the Blue Devils. So that should be an automatic first down. Yeah. But it's going to be an automatic first down. They're going to spot that ball at the Blue Devil 42-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for your Bobcats. So that's 3 penalties on this first opening drive against the Blue Devils. 2 offsides and then that personal foul right there. So that's essentially 25 free yards for the Bobcats. Going to fake it to Jet. No, they hand it to Jet, and he does what he needs to do.
Number 3, Jackson Jet on the carry. Pushed out of bounds by number 5, Dylan Hansel.
He's run out of bounds by number 5, Hanson of the Blue Devils, but they're going to call it 1st and goal. Yep. 1st and goal from the 10 for the Bobcats. Good run there by Jackson Jet. And there's Hammock.
Hammock barrels up there for about 4 yards.
Yeah. He's tackled by number 9, Bertram. 2nd and goal from the 7.
Yeah, 1st and goal from the 7.
Oh,
and it's 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line.
I don't think Sieber was set over here. Sieber was trying to get set. I don't know if he's supposed to be on the line or off the line, but he wasn't set. Yep. Oh, no, they're going to call offsides against the Blue Devils.
Offside
Okay.
against Perry.
I seen Seaber over here moving around trying to get set. I didn't know if they were going to call that on us or not. So that's 4 penalties in the opening drive now. 3 offsides and 1 personal foul against the Blue Devils.
It's 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line.
So 2nd and goal from the 3 for the Bobcats. I think you feed one of them hefty backs back there, and that's what they're going to do. Give it to Hammock, and he's going to bulldoze in. Touchdown, Bobcats. 4-yard run, Ian Hammock.
Ojed in there at lead block.
Yes. So good opening drive here by the Bobcats to get the game started. Obviously, they got 30 free yards and penalties. I don't think it mattered a whole lot. But so now you're going to have Reynolds on the snap, Eddings on the hold, and Goodman for the extra point attempt. Snap's good, holds good. Goodman's kick is right down the pipe. So with 5 minutes left in the first quarter, your Bobcats are up 7-0.
Special thank you to their gold sponsors, All-Star Promotions, Mike's Body Shop, Brandy Catherine Realtor, and Griffin Family Pharmacy.
So we do have, while we have a break in the action here, we just to remind everybody that the middle school won last night. Punched their ticket to the championship game at Campbell County a week from tomorrow. They'll be playing the Midway Green Waves in a little bit of a, I won't call it a revenge game, but it's definitely a retake. The Bobcat middle school team went down there. That was their first game, our very first live broadcast that we done, and dropped one down there at Midway. And so now they go to meet in the championship game and see if we can reset that record this year. So you're going to have Goodman kicking off here. Looks like 5. Hanson back deep here for the Blue Devils. Goodman's got it teed up, and he's going to put it right down the middle here. It's going to hit the dirt. He's going to pick it up at about the 11 here. Number 5, he's out here, and he's going to get run out of bounds by 18.
Number 5, Dylan Hanson on the return.
Trenton Tucker.
And it's 1st and 10 Harriman from the 35-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils at their own 35-yard line. Ball spotted on the right hash. Blue Devils are headed to the north end zone. Handoff here to number 7.
Jackson Jet coming up.
Number 7, Sean Wells on the team.
Jet and Tippins in there on the tackle. That's Sean Wells on the carry for the Blue Devils.
And it's 2nd and 6 from the 39-yard line for the Blue Devils.
So about a 4-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and about 6 for the Blue Devils. Going to fake it here and pitch it out here, and Sieber's all over him right there. Good job, Carson.
Great job by Carson coming over.
Yeah, Eddings was there to kind of help Carson finish it off. So that's going to be a loss of about 4 or 3. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Blue Devils. So Blue Devils are going to line up 4 wide here. They're going to call. Coach Graham wants a timeout. He wants to talk about it. So it's going to be timeout Blue Devils here with a 3rd and 8. Looking down the barrel of a 3rd and 8. About 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
Biggest thing about us tonight, we just got to make sure, we don't get sucked in, because I think the Harriman, about the only way that they're going to really have a chance of making plays is on those sweeps, on those outside runs.
Yeah, and it's really about discipline for me. For me, my opinion, it's about discipline for the Bobcats. Just play your brand of football, and everything else should take care of itself. We don't need any costly penalties. We don't need any goofy penalties. Just play our brand of football, what we played, for the first 5 or 6 games. I don't know if the last two games was our brand of football. Probably the fourth quarter against the Green Waves was our brand of football.
Because Dalton, Fletcher, and Cameron, they've got that whole middle clogged up. They're doing a great job up on the front line.
Yes, that is Dalton and Fletcher seniors. Cameron's a sophomore. So Blue Devils come out here. They're going to roll out here, and they're going to throw it down, and it's just short. Pass was intended for number 7, Wells. So that's going to bring up, there's a flag over there. And Coach, by looking at Coach Harper's body language, he is not happy. I didn't see that flag. I didn't even catch what it was about. So we got no, it's against Blue Devils. Ineligible receiver downfield. I imagine Coach Harper, will decline that penalty. So 4th and 8 for the Blue Devils here. They're in point formation, and number 3, Mr. Jett, is back deep to receive this punt. We'll see if they want to kick it to him. Low snap. They get it off, and Jett's there. He makes the fair catch at about the 35-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. So, that was a little bit better defensive series there for the Bobcats. The first one, they kind of let the Blue Devils drive down there 15, 20, 25 yards.
And that's all what I was saying about containing. I don't think there were some times we didn't have good containment on that first drive, and, they kind of got by us.
Yeah.
And in that drive, we, like you said, we got a lot of self-control. And
so Bobcats up to the line here. Got 3. Bokey's got 4 wide, 3 to his left. And Hammock's back there, the lone back to his right. Jordan Gray is to his right. He's the single wide receiver over there. And then they got 4 guys on 3 over here on the trip. So they're going to hand it off to Hammock. Hammock's going to get through some of them big mollies down there, Bobcats. He's going to get about 5 out of that.
All them big boys, got to get all them big boys up.
Yeah. You got obviously Fletcher in there. I see Dalton at center. Cameron's in there. Jaden Early's in there.
And don't let that size fool you. Them boys got speed too.
Big A, Laxton, number 77's in there at left tackle. So, Laxton is a freshman. No, he's a sophomore. I apologize. He's a sophomore. Bokey's going to roll out here to his left, and he's got William Eddings right here. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 48. It'll reset the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. So now we're gonna have twins, 4 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, and Hammock's the lone back beside Bokey on the left. Looks like they lined up, and they're going to change the play here a little bit. Quick pass out here to Jett, and here goes Jackson Jett, and he's still loose. And if he just keeps coming over here, he's got it. No, he's going to cut back.
We got a flag, and we got a dirty hit, I believe.
Yeah. Jets finally brought down at about the 6-yard line by a bunch of blue helmets, but we, like CL said, we got a flag back here at about the 33-yard line.
Might be tacking on some more.
Oh yeah, I didn't catch it. I was watching the magic of Jet there.
But
we'll see what they call here. Either way around, we've had a lot of flags a lot of mustard on the lettuce tonight, so we're going to have a.
But it's nice not for it to be all on us.
Yeah, looks like he's calling personal foul maybe against the Blue Devils. I don't know. Let's see what Mr. Personal foul. Yeah, legal hit against the Blue Devils. So didn't catch that, but so that ball's going to be. Jet was took down at about the 7, so they'll walk that off. That'll be a half a distance penalty, so it should be about the 3 or 4 yard line where they set it down here. 3.5. They're going to set it on the 4.
But what a run by Jet.
It was a great pass. So Bokey under center here in I formation, handed off to Hammock. Hammock puts the ball on the turf here, and they're going to call it. They're going to call it a fumble. Harriman recovers. Well, that wasn't what we hoped for.
No, it wasn't. And that's something that's kind of hurt us this year a little bit. Just some of the fumbles that we've had as a team.
Yeah, at opportune times, on the 4 yard line. You don't want to fumble the ball on the 4 yard line if you can, not.
But let's just shake that one off. And
well, we got to play defense, right?
Yeah, we'll just shake that one off and then stop them here and get good field position and do it again.
Yep. He's going to get out here. He's going to. I don't know if he got out of there. They're going to get Carson for a horse collar here. He was even close to being dropped down in the end zone there. Yeah, horse collar, and that's going to give the Blue Devils some room. I think a horse collar is 15 yards. So the ball was at about the 1. So that should bring it out to about the 14. Or to be, they're going to spot it at the 15. First and 10 for the Blue Devils at their own 15-yard line. Carson Sieber was just playing football. He's trying to get him back there, back in the end zone, try to get a safety.
It's something easy you can do.
They'll call it every time.
Yeah.
So, first and 10 for the Blue Devils at their own 15-yard line here after the Bobcat fumble on the 1. Blue Devils are nothing there.
Hammock come back with a big drop.
Big sack. Big sack by Hammock right there. The quarterback, he turned around to hand off, and he was by himself.
He came free through that line.
Yeah. I think there was definitely some confusion in the Blue Devil backfield there. So either way around, the sack is about a loss of 6 for the Blue Devils. So it's going to be 2nd and 16. Clock is running down here, about 50 seconds left in this first quarter. Probably get 1, 2, maybe 2 more plays here.
Looks like a little confusion a little bit.
Yeah. Tippins walks up here. They're going to air this one out, and he just throws it way out of target. That falls incomplete, so that's going to be 3rd and 16 for the Blue Devils with 27 seconds left here in the first quarter. So.
Again, Bobcats just dominating that line of scrimmage.
They are. They're
just making holes for the backers and everybody to come up and
Fletcher and Reynolds and Cameron, they're doing a good job. Hammock's walked up there. He's fixing to pin his ears back right here.
You're getting pressure back there about every play.
Yeah. Oh.
Jordan about came up with that one.
Yeah, so incomplete pass intended for number 4, Hall of the Blue Devils. And that's going to stop the clock. That'll be 4th and 16, 23 seconds left. So Bobcats, as long as there's no mistakes here, they're going to get the ball in good field position here. Now, I will say we blocked a couple punts this year, so let's see if we want to go after this and be aggressive. Or
Jet standing around the 43-yard line.
That first snap for the Blue Devil punt snap was low, and that one's pretty good. And Dalton got it! Dalton got it!
Big block by Dalton.
Yes, sir. And Dalton picks it up. I think he got it too. He did.
Touchdown.
I think Dalton recovered it.
Dalton with the block though.
Dalton with the block. I don't know who recovered it. They jumped up so darn quick. Great job there by Dalton. I was hoping they'd come after that one. I don't know if they come after it or just, I don't know.
I didn't know the boy could jump that high.
Well, yeah, I don't know. So Dalton back in there on the snap. Eddings on the hold. Goodman's extra point is perfect. And he's perfect for the season. So big turn of events right there for the Bobcats. With just running 10 seconds off that clock, we put 7 more on the board. I'm curious to see who got that interception. Or not interception, I'm sorry, fumble recovery. I don't know if it's Dalton or not. I apologize. So good job there by the special teams unit blocking that punt. That's I know that for a fact that's the 3rd one we blocked this year. We blocked one at Eagleton. We blocked one against Rockwood. Fletcher did. He blocked it and picked it up and ran it.
It seems like when we get them to punt from the end zone, we do a great job of blocking it.
Yeah. So it's 14-0 here at Wallace Black Field. About 17 seconds left in this first quarter. Bobcats up 14-0. Goodman's got it teed up, and he's gonna good hit right there. Gonna be fielded at about the 12 by number 5, Hanson, and Hanson's gonna get loose here down the sideline, and he's finally tackled by Tippins. And that ball will be spotted at about the Bobcat 42-yard line. So that's something we may have to work on a little bit. They've had 3 kick returns, and all of them been pretty good. They've been positive yardage. He grabbed that ball at about the 12, and about a 45 or 50-yard return there. So Blue Devils come right back out. It looks like we're going to get maybe 1 or 2 plays here before we go to the second quarter. Going to throw it out quick, and the ball ricochets off a Blue Devil player. It goes out of bounds. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter here at Wallace Black Field. Bobcats leading 14-0. So following up on the first quarter, the Bobcats had Harriman had 4 penalties on the first drive, a couple offsides penalties and a couple personal fouls. The Bobcats drove it right down the field, put it in the end zone. And then the Bobcats got the ball back and ran down and fumbled it on the 1. And then Harriman got bottled up in there, and we blocked the punt. So that's where we're at.
We're keeping track of a couple of, important games for us, looking at into the playoffs. Hampton, Cosby, Cloudland, Unaka, North Green, and Sunbright, and then, of course, Coalfield and Greenback.
Yeah.
Right now at halftime, Cloudland is up on Unaka 49-0.
At halftime?
Yeah, I say they started at 7.
They do. Yeah, they start at 7. Yeah.
Hampton up on Cosby 16-6. That's also at halftime. North Green also up on Sunbright 46-0.
Whoa.
That's also at halftime.
Whoa.
And then the Coalfield game versus Greenback, Coalfield up 21-0, also at halftime. And then
Sean Wells on the carry.
I didn't even know we were started back.
Well, I looked over at the clock and it said 1:08, and I was like,
Yeah, I'm not really sure. They didn't even set the clock. I mean, I don't know, like. I mean, usually you have a 2-minute. I don't know. It's definitely not at 12 minutes if Harriman's ran a play. Yeah, they're going to have to.
I say let's start it back over.
Well, the refs should be looking at the clock before they ever start. So they're going to put it at 11:50, and they're going to leave it ticking. So something happened there. The Blue Devils went down. Now they got it on the 15, and they're going to hand it back off. I think that's Bertram again. That's Sean Wells on the carry for the Blue Devils. So looks like we got a referee timeout for an injured player. Number 77's coming off the field. I don't have a 77 on our roster for the Blue Devils, so we're just going to call him number 77.
Might need to watch that down marker tonight now.
So it's going to be 2nd and about 6 for the Blue Devils here, and the ball's spotted at about the 12-yard line. Blue Devils got 4 wide, to the right, to the left. High snap here. It goes right in the hands of Wells. He's going to be tackled in the backfield by Hammock. And that's going to be a loss of about 7. So it's going to be 3rd and 13. 3rd and 12 is what they're going to call it. 3rd and 12, so loss of 6. That was a lucky snap right there. Lucky, well, I'll say lucky. It's a bad snap. Lucky break for the Blue Devils right there. So 3rd and 12. And Wells is just bottled up there.
Cameron.
Bear Lively's in there on the tackle.
Cameron just clogging up the thing, letting everybody clean it
Yeah,
up.
it's another loss of about 3 more right there. So that's going to bring up 4th and about 17, it looks like. About 16. 4th and about 16 from the 21 for the Blue Devils. Obviously, they're going to come out here and 4 wide, 3 trips to the right, 1 single down here. Very similar set to the Bobcats run. They're going to come back across with a screen right there, and there they are. Rodney Jones is there. And I didn't catch the other tackler over there, Cooper Jones. So the Jones duo of Rodney and Cooper make a big tackle right there, and it will be a turnover on downs. Ball will be spotted at the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. So Bobcats, here's Jackson Jett on the carry, and he's going to hit the seam, and see you later, Jackson Jett. And he's going to go down the sidelines, and there ain't nobody within 3 counties that's going to get him. Touchdown, Jackson Jett. So quick turn right there. Ball was spotted at the 18. So good run, good blocking right there, CL. Jackson didn't even get touched.
That was they opened up a big hole for him.
Reynolds snap, Eddings hold, and that's just becoming common right there. Mr. Ref turned around to he turned around to the wayside and signaled good. They knew it was good. Bryson Goodman ain't missed one all dang year, so that was a quick turn of events right there. 21-0 now for the Bobcats. So that would have been a 82-yard run by Jet.
Competition among players, spectators can help promote good sportsmanship also by observing the rules of fair play. Each one is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this game at a high level of sportsmanship.
Again, we want to thank everybody for joining us and supporting this whole thing that we do.
Absolutely. It's been fun. I was definitely nervous to start the season, but as the season got on, I don't know if we've gotten better, but I'm having fun. I know CL is, and I believe he is. And Thomas picking up the camera for us after the Kingston game has been a humongous help. So Goodman's got it teed up, and he's going to knock it over here, and it's going to be returned, caught by number 7. That's Wells again. And Wells is drove out of bounds by Jaden Early, number 53.
Knocked out of bounds by number 53, Jaden Early.
Once again, another pretty decent return by the Blue Devils. They're going to spot this ball at the 43-yard line. Or it'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils.
43-yard line.
So that's number 9, Bertram on the carry for the Blue Devils, tripped up by Tippins.
Is that a flag on the ground?
I see a flag laying back here. I don't know. Looks like the back judge called it here. He's threw it on somebody. They're trying to relay it now. I don't know what it could have been. So you got a personal foul against the Bobcats.
For what?
I don't know.
And the personal foul against number 3.
So, yeah. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. After the penalty, they walk it down to the Bobcat 39. So that's a couple of personals on us tonight. So Coach Biggs is going to call timeout here and rally the troops up. Once again, while we have a break in the action, we're going to do the Bobcat Roundup. Jason Daniels is going to come up. We're going to talk some stats and talk a little bit of a playoff, what the playoffs might look for us going forward after tonight's results, whatever happens tonight, and then talk about what we need to get done next week. And how the seeding may work. Obviously, like I said, there's a lot of football to be played, but if you're not aware, the playoffs formats changed a little bit. The first round will be the same normal. We'll play Region 1 teams, but after that, you're going to be playing Region 3 or Region 4 team. And if you're a number 1 or number 2 seed, you'll get a home game. But if you're well, you could get, but Jason and I will talk a little bit more about it as we get at the end of it. So if you want to stay tuned, and we'll talk a little bit about that. And that's going to be a false start, I believe, against the Blue Devils. Yep. So we're going to back this up 5.
Harriman.
Take it out here to about the 44-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15 now.
First and 15 for the Blue Devils.
Here we go. Hand off to number 9, and he spins out of it. That's Bertram. Bertram, he's a load to take down, and Jackson Jett is wrestling him. Bertram's going to walk all the way in. So good run there by number 9, Devin Bertram of the Blue Devils. About a 44-yard run there. Just hard to, can't arm tackle that young man, CL.
Yeah, that's a big kid. You got to tackle him low.
Yeah. He's listed as a junior at on my roster. He's at 6'2", 235. He definitely looks that big from up here, or maybe even a little bit bigger. So the name sounds familiar to me. But either way around, here come the Blue Devils out. Looks like they're going to line up to go for 2. So they're going to line up in a, trying to make sure everybody's got the play here. And you got a ref timeout here. Delay of game against the Blue Devils? Okay.
Delay of game against Harriman.
That's a quick clock, but we'll take it. Back them up 5.
We've been on that side of it too.
Yep. So now the 2-point conversion try will be, the ball will be spotted to 7. Or the 8, I apologize, the 8.
You think Big Bertram's going to get that ball again?
He's back there. He is the deep back.
Got him a lead blocker.
Yep. And then you're right, Seal. Here it comes. And they're there. The Bobcats are there. I see Cooper Jones piled up. I see Nathaniel Fletcher. Looks like Nathaniel Fletcher's in there on the tackle. So 2-point conversion is no good for the Blue Devils. So with your score here at Wallace Black Field with 8 minutes, 38 seconds left in the first half, Bobcats 21, Blue Devils 6.
By the decisions of the officials. Spectators should support their high school interscholastic program by refraining from derogatory or intemperate remarks or cheers. We hope you enjoy the game and support your athletes in a positive and sportsmanlike manner.
So the first time the receiving team's been out tonight for the Bobcats. And I see a lot of hands, boys, up front on the front line here. You got Bear Lively, Sieber, Tippins, Cooper Jones. Here comes Rodney Jones over here. So just keep trying to keep honest here. You got Jordan Gray and Jet back deep to receive here. So Bertram is set to kick for the Blue Devils. And he's going to do it onside here. And it gets by the Bobcats, and Hammock's going to pick it up. And he's going to be brought down. Looks like they're going to spot him at about the 34-yard line. That was a fast knuckleball down through there. Scared me a little bit, Seal.
Yeah.
When it got past that first line. Actually, they're going to spot the ball at about the 35. Be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats, so we'll take it. So good job by Ian Hammock there picking that ball up and trying to make something happen with it. So Bokey's out in the shotgun, split backs. He's going to hand it off to Hammock again. Hammock's going to get about tough 5 or 6 there. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 4 after the 6-yard run for Ian Hammock. Jet in motion out here. And we're going to get a screen out here to Hammock. And he's tackled by number 12, Zaven Bertram of the Blue Devils.
Them Bertram boys, they sure want you to know their height and their weight.
Yeah. When I printed these rosters out today, this is off TSSAA's website. I just seen those two, and I was like, okay. So, 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at their own 48-yard line. Blue Devils jump, but they didn't get offsides. Looks like Bokey's looking over the sideline. He's got trips to his left. He's got Jet in the slot, William Eddings in the slot, and looks like Sieber out there wide, and you got Jordan down here by himself. And Hammock is offset to his left. So Bokey's going to get back to pass here. He's going to throw it just a little high over Eddings right there. Falls incomplete.
Second down for the Bobcats.
Jet on the forward pass right here, and got some really good blocking out there by Sieber and Hammock. And Jet is still digging out there. He's tackled by several Blue Devils. Looks like I'm going to call 54. Landon Hart on the tackle over there. The Jet's going to get about 16, 17 on that forward pass right there, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. They're going to spot that ball at the Blue Devil 35-yard line.
Mitch, you were right on that. That was some great downfield blocking there.
Yeah, looked good. Looked good. They were engaged. They were locked in and just driving Blue Devils.
I think that's was that Aiden Laxton over there and them?
Laxton, Big A, is the left tackle over there. Cameron is your right guard or left guard. Obviously, Dalton is your center. I believe Jaden Early is your left guard here. Oh, snap is high, and Hammock's going to pick it up and try to make something out of it.
Oh.
And he gets a pretty good hit. I believe that was from Bertram. So that's going to be a loss of a lot. It's going to take it all the way back to the Bobcat 40. We had it at the Blue Devil 35. So it's about a loss of 25. So it brings up 2nd and 35 for the Bobcats at their own 40-yard line now. So a little miscue there on the center to quarterback exchange. That one's better. And he's going to throw an inside screen to Cooper Jones right here, and he's got some blockers. And Cooper is turning on the Jets.
Cooper very close to that first down. I think he came up maybe about a yard or two short.
Yeah, Cooper gets all of it back and then about 9 more. So yeah, about a 44-yard screen pass, Bokey to Cooper Jones right there. And the Bobcats come right back to the line of scrimmage, line up quick, and the Blue Devils are not ready. Coach Tinker wants a timeout. So Blue Devils are going to take a timeout here with 6 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first half.
Keeping up with a couple of the scores, Hampton up still 16-12 on Cosby in the third quarter.
So that did you say 16-12?
Yes.
That's pretty much going to be for the region title out of that Region 1, Hampton and Cosby.
Coalfield in the third quarter, 28-0 over Greenback. Of course, your score here at Wallace Blackfield, your Oliver Springs Bobcats 21 and the Harriman Blue Devils 6.
Got any noise on the Rockwood Kingston game?
Rockwood is up in the second quarter, 7 minutes left, 14-7 according to Coach T.
Okay. it's homecoming down at Rockwood tonight, so maybe they got a little extra juice down there. So Bobcats come back out after the Blue Devil timeouts, 3rd and a long 2. They're going to hand this off to that's Jet. Jet's just going to put his nose in there, and he's going to get enough for a first down. He gets about 5.
But for everybody at home watching that Kingston-Rockwood game, I know it's going to be hard to do, but we do want the Kingston Yellow Jackets to beat Rockwood.
Yeah, that'll help us in the tiebreaker situation. When we get in the tiebreaker situation here, it's kind of, you're right, CO. We're kind of silently rooting for Kingston.
But, you know, we're going to be hopeful, and the Bobcats are going to take care of business, and we ain't going to have to worry about no tiebreakers.
Yeah, you win tonight, you win next week, you're region champs, and you don't have to worry nothing. You don't have nothing to worry about. So William Eddings here in motion. Bokey's going to just throw this up to Jordan Gray, and Gray is all. Oh, Gray just missed it.
I got a little twisted up down there.
So that falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats at the 22-yard line. I will say we have a great view up here tonight at Harriman. So thanks to Coach Chanel for giving us some room up here.
It's good seeing Coach Chanel.
Yeah, I don't know him that well, but you know him, CL, and obviously he was with the Bobcats for years. Now he's down here with the Blue Devils, teaching and helping out, I'm sure, in other things, other capacities. So thanks to him and his team and then letting us up here in the press box tonight. So Bokey is changing the play up here a little bit, I think, and he's going to hand this off to Jet. Jet's out here. He's got some lead blockers. He's got Hammock. And Jet's going to get about 5. He's brought down by several Blue Devils. Number 7, one of them is Sean Wells.
I wouldn't mind seeing them do a little nice little like fake jet sweep to Bokey and see that sucks the whole Harriman team.
It you know, it about has to. I mean, you know, the last 3 games, this game and the last 2, the word's out on Jackson Jet. You score 5 touchdowns against Greenback, and you score 2 or 3 against Kingston, and you score. I think you scored 3 or something against Rockwood. You know, then you got all these other teams got film on you, and you got to start moving. So it looks like. So it's going to
3rd and inches.
3rd and inches. I don't know why they moved the ball forward. Was there a penalty? I guess I was just rambling here. I think, yeah, Mr. Official comes up. He's going to call it first down. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at the 12. So Bokey in a split back formation fakes it to Jet. Right there's Cooper Jones, and Cooper snags it. Touchdown, Cooper Jones. Bokey to Jones. There is a flag back here in the backfield. I think Bokey might have got hit late right there, CL. Yeah, I think it's going to be a personal foul, late hit, roughing the quarterback on the Blue Devils, I'm pretty sure. Yep, that's exactly what it was. So they'll most likely mark that off on the kickoff when they set the ball. So good pass right there by Bokey. And Cooper Jones was wide open. Snagged it out of the air. Yeah, personal foul, roughing the passer against the Blue Devils. And it will be it will be walked off again on the kickoff. So Bobcats going to line up for the extra point here. Reynolds snapping, Eddings hold, and Goodman has got his shoelaces tied tight. Here he goes, boom, 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 and it's good. So with 5 minutes, 19 seconds left in the first half, Bobcats up 28-6 on the Blue Devils. So once again, thanks to everyone for tuning in tonight. It's a beautiful fall night here in East Tennessee, CL. I think the temperature's supposed to get down to about 50 tonight, 48 or something. This football weather.
This is what I would consider football weather.
Absolutely. You know, we bear the heat of the late August, early September games. So they're going to walk this. They're going to walk this off. Looks like we're going to set the ball to kick off here at the Blue Devil 45. Looks like Bokey's out here to kick it. He's definitely got the heavier foot of the two between Bokey and Goodman. So the Bokey's looking to probably just to maybe try to kick this one down here in the Emory River. No. He's going to onside kick it. And that ball is still moving around, and they're going to pick it up here by number 0, Harris. And he's going to reverse field again.
And we got a flag, and it's going to come back.
Yeah, I think that was a blindside block right there on Bear Lively. I didn't catch the number on the Blue Devils, but Bear Lively. But Harris he came back across the field towards us, and then he turned back across the field, and usually those result in a illegal block, a blindside block. So it's going to be a personal foul against the Blue Devils. Ball right now spotted at about the 26, so that's going to move it back to about the 11, I would assume, unless it's from the spot, and then it's going to be further back.
I think it's a spot foul, is it not?
Yeah, I think it is.
I think we're going to have them pinned inside that 10.
We should. So that's what they're talking about, whether it's a spot. Yeah, so personal foul, blindside block against the Blue Devils. And line judge takes that all the way out there. It's going to be spotted at the 12. Okay. Would it be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils? It's 5 minutes left in this first quarter. That was a lot of movement down there, no flags. So
Bertram ain't going to get nothing on that.
no. Jaden Early coming out there all juiced up. I did have a chance to talk to him right before the game, or when we all got off, when he got off the bus, and he was focused, but he was ready. He was ready to get back at it. Probably ready to hit somebody else, hit somebody other than themselves, right? I guess they've been doing that for the last couple of weeks with the bye week. So no gain for the Blue Devils. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 at the 13. Clock is rolling. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in this first half. Blue Devils going to come out 3 wide, and they're going to pitch this out here to Bertram. And he's a hard runner.
Flag.
And he's going to be tackled by, look like it's Carson Sieber. So there is a flag on the play back there. We'll see what this is. Looks like they're asking the Bobcats if they want to take it or decline it. Looks like if you decline it, it's going to be, well,
looks like they're declining it. Or maybe he's getting ready.
He'll call it here. See what he calls. We got a holding against the Blue Devils. And the Bobcats will take the penalty, so that'll replay 2nd down, but it's going to take the ball down to the, looks like about the 6.5, 7 yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 17 for the Blue Devils at the 6 or the 7. Apologize. Low snap right there, and the Fletcher's right there, and he gets his big paws on him, and Early finishes him off. So good job right there by Fletcher and Early, 2 big seniors right there.
Early is just wrecking havoc. I mean, all them boys on the defensive line tonight are just wrecking havoc, but Early is on a mission right now.
Yeah, he's playing some ball, and Fletcher's been playing ball for the last 8 games.
3rd and long for the Blue Devils.
So that was a loss of about 3. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 20 for the Blue Devils at the 4. So man in motion here. They're going to do one of them front forward passes, and the Bobcats are there. He stepped out of bounds right there. They're going to mark him out of bounds at about the 4. So really not much of a gain there. So that's going to be 4th down right here, CL. And the ball's back inside the 5.
Let's go get us another block.
Do we go for it again? I think we come. I think we got to be aggressive here. We got to get our mojo back. Let's go for it. So they're trying to make sure they're lined up here. I think Harriman is going to call timeout here. They don't want another block here. Somebody's not out there. Coach Graham is.
At this point during the year, and you being 0-7, nothing to lose at this point. Do you think they would actually try to maybe run a fake, or do you think?
Well, I mean, if it was not 4th and 20.
Because if they catch, if you think you're going to catch the other team sleeping, there'll be a lot of room on that outside.
Yeah.
And I think they're crazy enough to do it.
Well, we'll see here. He's got them rallied up here. They called their last time out here. I think it's their last time out. I'm just going off the scoreboard. They still got 1 up there. I don't know. Either way around, the ball is at the 4, and it gives the Bobcats time to talk about it. You got Jet back here. He's standing at his own 40-yard line.
Hansen has pretty much got his heels on the back line of that end zone.
Yeah, he's about a half a yard in front of it, so he's tried to give himself as much room as he can here. And the Bobcats don't look like they're coming after it, but it doesn't matter. And he gets it off. Not a very good one. So Gray's going to let this one roll. Oh, Jet's going to pick it up. You knew he would. And he's still loose, so he finally twists in there.
It's like, you don't want that ball? I'll take that ball.
Yeah, don't stand there and let it roll around and get mud on it. I'm going to pick it up and take off with it. So Jet, looks like he got about 3.
I mean, they've been jawing at Jet all night, so, you know.
They have. Yeah.
And he's kept his cool.
He's has.
Kept his cool, and he's just like, you know what? It's too good to be true. Let me grab this thing real quick.
Yeah. So ball's going to be spotted at the Blue Devil 32-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first half. 28-6. Bobcats up. And they're going to – Bokey pitches this out to Jet. And Jet's finally – brought down after about a 15-yard gain. He's going to be brought down at about the 16. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at the 16-yard line here. Here comes Eddings in motion. He's going to get that forward pass. There is a flag back here. Hammock lays a block right here.
Oh, come on. They have got to start flowing. Like
they did. They told.
Oh, come on. Throw him out.
Yeah, that's probably going to be an ejection right there.
Throw him out. That is absolute garbage.
Well, we got I think the refs have run out of flags. We had a block here, Hammock. I think they're going to call him for a blindside block.
So what happens, they got tied up. It went to the fence. That didn't kind of end well, but he stood up, and then, we got some knucklehead out there that wants to. So I hope I see a player taking that helmet and his pads off.
Well, we'll see here. They got to shake it out. Obviously, a lot of emotions down there on the field.
But if you do not get that under control now in the second quarter, it's just going to end up. So we won a nice, clean football game on both sides. But I'm going to give credit to us. We're keeping our cool.
Yeah, I think we knew coming down here that we didn't want to get caught up in their emotions. We got our own emotions, but we don't want to get caught up in theirs. Obviously, they're trying to shake it out here. That one ref, he threw a flag, and then he had to throw his hat for the next flag. So standing here looking, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 flags and a hat on the field. So that's 5. So this is going to take a minute here to shake this out. I think Hammock's going to get called for a blindside block right here. And that was the first flag. And then obviously the extracurricular activity outside of the play of field up against the fence here. And then I think the third flag is against when Jet stood up and the young man pushed Jet back down or shoved him back down. I won't call it a push at this point. So it's definitely going to be a lot of personal fouls here. But I'm with you. I think number 77 is he's not going to play another snap in this game, I would imagine, after that.
You don't want to kick a kid out, but at the same time, we got to make sure this thing don't get out of hand.
Well, we don't want people to get hurt.
And I don't think Todd Tanker's going to let that stuff happen. We know him, and he's but and I don't think that's Graham's top of football, but
Well, you're 0-7. You're 0-7, and you just I mean, I'm just going to tell you, I played for a 1-9 team. It's tough.
But I feel like an ejection's coming because Graham is preaching his case.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to win. Yeah, he slung him, and then. Yeah.
But they both slung each other into the fence.
I don't want any. So we got personal foul against the Blue Devils, personal foul against the Bobcats. Those offset. And is that all we're getting?
Offsetting penalty.
After all that.
Well, I don't know why he's so upset, because if it's an offsetting penalty, you're lucky the player did not get ejected. Or maybe they.
Two penalties were offsetting one penalty against all the teams was not.
Well, here comes the actual call.
Yeah. So we got a dead ball. I don't know. He's got hands. Yeah, I think he's ejected. I think that was the motion that the player was ejected.
A Harriman player has been ejected.
Yep, that's what the PA announcer just called. A Harriman player has just been ejected. I think it's number 77. I don't have him on my roster, so. So, not really sure why the ball's back here at the 32.
Is that what?
Not really sure. The chains are moving all over the field down there. The refs, the line judge got to get the chains are all over the field. I don't even know if we got. So Hammock's got the handoff here, and he's going to get broke loose.
And again.
Hammock's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 25 here. So.
I think Cameron's on a mission to take somebody to the fence, because he took. We're taking some nice blocks all the way down the field. I like it.
I'm still trying to figure out how we're this far behind the chains, but
because we ain't got dunked down here.
Bokey's going to fake it to Hammocks. He's going to throw it up here to Jordan Gray, and Jordan's going to go get it.
Nice catch.
Yes, sir.
Nice catch by Jordan Gray.
Bokey to Gray, 32-yard pass. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Touchdown.
So regardless of what penalties happen or anything of that is, a touchdown will make things better, make things quieter. I'd say at halftime, after half, we're gonna see some more wider jerseys here. So Reynolds on the snap, Eddings on the hold, and Goodman's extra point is automatic. 1 minute, 11 seconds left in the first half. Bobcats up 35-6. You got any score updates? Or is everything's kind of stagnant right now?
Cloudland is up on Unaka 49-0, fourth quarter. Hampton on top of Cosby 24-12. That's also in the fourth quarter. Sunbright down to North Green 46-14. Greenback trailing Coalfield 28-0, and that's in the third quarter.
So Bokey's set it up here to kick. The only way I can tell the difference is one's wearing black socks, one's wearing white. But Bokey's got her teed up here. He's gonna hammer it. And that ball's going to be fielded at about the 9. And number 5, Hanson, is going to be tackled by Jet right there. And we got some flags here. So Jet brought that ball up there to about the 23. Got a flag on the play. Let's see what the Mr. Official calls here. Personal foul, face mask against the Bobcats. So that'll walk it off 15, and that'll put it out there about the 38-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. 1 minute left in this first half. Game's gotten a little chippy here in the last couple minutes. But we'll get out of here and get to halftime, and maybe the emotions will die down a little bit. A lot of fans are chirping a little bit, but here we go. Blue Devils back. They're going to hand it off here to number 7. And he's met first by Cooper Jones right there. So Wells on the run. Cooper trips him up back there. Looks like no gain. Maybe a gain of 1. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Blue Devils. Clock is rolling. 40 seconds left in the first half. Pass out there. Hanson, he's going to get enough for a first down. The clock will stop with 15 minutes left. And it starts rolling again. It looks like the Blue Devils might try to get one more play off here. 4, 3, they're going to get it. Yeah, they're going to get it off here. So quick pass out here to Hanson again, and he's met by a few Bobcats, and that's going to be in the first half from Wallace Blackfield. Score, Bobcats 35, Blue Devils 6. Yeah, Todd, see your comment on here. Yes, that was our 94 season. You probably remember that well. We were both sophomores that year. I think the only game we won was against Wartburg. So interesting first half here. We're going to take a little break and give you a little band action here. The Bobcat marching band is coming out and getting set up. We will get the camera set up and let you guys enjoy that show while Seal and I take a little bio break here and catch our breath.
Come to the press box. Now, we're going to do halftime entertainment, and I'm going to bring high school Bobcat marching band. The band is going to be dressed in 10 models of Jason Bush, additional staff includes David Patterson, Bogart, and Jimmy Huff, Colorado Designer. Our drum major is Barry Yoakley. Additional band officers are band captain, Corey Goddard, Cody Smith, the company captain, Little James, Barry Perry, the guard captain is Elizabeth Lee. Tonight, the Bobcat marching band is forming the 2025 program in college by Hollis Hall. Tonight's soloists are Dave Perry percussion and Aiden Moore baritone. Is your band ready? marching band. Now into the field, the Rusty and Blue Marching Band. Today's halftime performance is sponsored by Basin Action Foundation, Cobalt Boat, Tri-City Automotive Parts and Supply, Seabrook Whitfield DBS, Shell Laxton Realtor, RSI Infant LLC, Cook Deli, Wills Towing, Scotty Dykes, Jimmy Wilkes, Rockford Farm Bureau Insurance. With special thanks to Nobby Brackett and the Rotary Club for awarding the band $500. The band is under the direction of Daniel Langford. Other staff include Ashlyn Atkins, Josh Miller, and Jaden Murray. The band is being led by drum major Aaron Field. Other student leaders include Color Guard Captain Emily Henderson and Wind Captain Marley Stephen. The band will be performing their 2025 production entitled Reflection.
Ourselves. We use mirrors to judge if we have worth or not.
can be a tool to reflect on our past. We can then use that reflection to direct our future.
What we want to be. We can become what we are on the inside. Move.
Through our influences, the world becomes a reflection of our inner self.
Ladies and gentlemen, Harriman Red City and Blue marching band.
Both name was good. Something like
All right, we're back here. I hope you enjoyed both band performances. I went down and got me a hot dog and some chips.
Talk baseball boys.
Talk to some baseball boys. You're always trying to make get everybody started. You know, CL does the PA announcing for the baseball team. If you guys don't know that, he does a great job of that. And he's been doing, I guess this will be your third season coming up, CL, I think.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it's third season.
I don't know if that's me or not.
What?
I don't know who the announcer is.
It's CL St. John is the announcer for the Auburn Springs High School baseball team. I don't know if he's going to do the middle school this year. He did the middle school last year. But I go down and help him run the scoreboard, and we're going to do a lot of live streaming and some play-by-play broadcasting of the games this year.
And if you ever see Kegley out and about, hit him up for a ladder. We need a ladder.
Yeah, if you've never been down to I lost my train of thought. What's the name of the field down there? Hightower Field at Arrowhead Park. It's a great view from the press box. It's just I think sometimes you got to sign you got to make a deal with the devil when you climb up and down. It's got to.
I'm about 10 pounds from snapping that thing.
It's a nice aluminum ladder, and every time CL and I go up and down it, we kind of laugh at each other. But I think we're laughing before we die. But it's all right. It's fun. It's exciting.
Let's hit some scores real quick.
Yeah.
And then we got a Cloudland 55-0 final over Unaka. Hampton about to win over Cosby. There's 2:53 left. They're up 30-12.
Okay, so that'll be the region champ right there.
Final up in North Green 54, Sunbright 14, Coalfield over Greenback. That's a final 35-0. And your score here at Wallace Blackfield, your Bobcats 35 and the Harriman Blue Devils 6.
Kingston Rockwood, you catch that one? Did I miss that one?
They are tied 21-21 at halftime on Coach T right now. Okay.
So Rockwood is holding their own against the bigger school from Roane County. I did get to watch a little bit of that Scott County Kingston game last week. I watched a little bit of it. Scott County was up there. Well, I don't know if they're up. They were really neck and neck, and then Kingston kind of pulled away there late. But good broadcast there by IHS Network, Sports Network out of Oneida in Scott County area. Either way around, the horn just blowed, so we're fixing to start this second half here at Wallace Blackfield. Not a whole lot to talk about in that first half. But other than that, the Bobcats have come out. Hopefully they've got the motions in check here. We were talking down there at halftime. Just want to get out of here with no crazy penalties, no injuries. And nothing crazy. We got this game right where we want it. We just want to keep going and work towards the goal next Friday night. I'll start calling you Bobcat fans that are watching now at home. Pretty good crowd over there on the visitor side. But if you ain't here tonight, you better be at DJ Britton Field next Friday night. It's going to be senior night, and obviously we got the Yellow Jackets from Coalfield coming down. We know what kind of rival that is. We don't have to talk about that much. So Blue Devils going to come out here and try an onside kick.
Saber with a good recovery on that one.
Yeah, so good job there by Carson. He was alert and ready to go. So Saber recovers it. Ball's going to be spotted at about the 50-yard line for the Bobcats. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at the 50. Start this second half.
I say we want to probably maybe put another touchdown on there and then get them fresh jerseys in.
Yeah, it looks like the starters are still in for the most part. I see Jet, Hammock, Cooper, Jordan's out here, William up top. So, yeah, this hand off to Hammock here, and he's going to hit the seam right up the middle. Good run by Zero right here. Looks like he got him some extra Gatorade at halftime. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds over, and he hits the fence awkward. I hope he's okay. And there's going to be a late flag right there. Looks like it's going to be a personal foul against the Blue Devils, most likely.
Did he hop up?
No, he's He's moving around over there. He hit the fence very awkward there. Not a lot of room over there. And the Hammock was full speed too, so good run right there by Ian Hammock. He's up. He's walking on his. Well, they're going to walk him off here. That might be the last we see of him tonight. I think he's okay. Just shooken up a little bit. That when a football player meets the fence usually wins.
Yeah, them fences. You'd think they might have a little give, but they do not.
They do not. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at the Blue Devil 13. After the big, long Hammock run there of about 38 yards. Marking it off. So it's going to be personal foul against the Blue Devils, so they're going to walk that penalty off. And now it's going to move it down to the 6, where it'll be 1st and goal. I'd completely forgotten all about the penalty, so.
First and goal from the 6.
Bokey's in the shotgun. Cooper's in motion. Going to hand it off to Jet here. Jet's going to cut up the middle, break one tackle, and he is going to fall close to the end zone. A lot of
laundry on that one.
A lot of mustard on the field here. We'll see what we got here. I don't think they called him getting in. No.
I think they just had him short.
I still don't say we got a holding against the Bobcats. So.
But still very chippy out there. We just need to continue to keep our heads.
And we'll play first down.
So that's going to move the ball after the holding penalty. It's going to move it out here to about the 16. 1st and goal at the 16 for the Bobcats. Cooper in motion. Jet is in the backfield. Jet gets the handoff here. He makes one man miss, and he's going to get it out, get shoved out of bounds over there at about the 5. Looks like he was pushed out of bounds by number 54, Landon Hart of the Blue Devils. Jet took that down all the way down. They're going to mark him out at about the 6. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 6. So that's about a 10-yard gain by Jackson Jet. Bobcats are here in a heavy set. They have no wide receivers out. They got a wishbone style offense. Going to hand this right off up the middle. That looks like Reynolds. That was Dalton Reynolds on the carry. He's going to get about 5. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 1 for the Bobcats.
I know they would like to get that young man a touchdown this year.
I'd like to see Dalton get a touchdown for sure.
3rd and goal for the Bobcats.
Same formation here. Imagine we might try the same thing here. And that's exactly what we do. And Dalton's going to shove that baby in. Touchdown number 71, Dalton Reynolds. Nice job on the opening drive by the Bobcats, taking it right down the field there. Couple penalties on the Blue Devils helped us get it down there. So
it's great to see Dalton get that touchdown. Talk about a team player. Dalton's played quite a few positions and just like whatever the team needs him to do. So I'm real happy to see him get that one.
Yes, Dalton in there to snap. Eddington's holding, and Goodman's extra point is good. Yeah. Just to follow up on that, Coach Biggs did mention that. He had mentioned Dalton in a few interviews ago. I think it was after the Rockwood game. But yeah, Dalton has played running back mostly his entire career at the middle school level, and then started running back at the high school level. But obviously, things changed a little bit for the Bobcats, and they asked him in the off season to move down to the line. And being a lineman, you and I both see over one. It's kind of a thankless job. You don't get a whole lot of newspaper articles wrote about you. You don't get a whole lot of videos posted on social media about you. You just do your job, and you show up and do your job and to the best of your ability, and you go and hope that it's good enough for a win. So,
and as we all know, a lot of the battles are won and lost in the trenches, and we've been lucky for past several years to have some great linemen come through Oliver Springs, and still have some great linemen down here. And
yeah, we got a lot of young ones playing, like we said, Big A Laxton and Wesley Cameron and Rodney Jones has been getting a lot of playing time. These young kids, we're going to be talking about them for the next 2 or 3 years here if they continue playing football. So Goodman's got this baby teed up, and he's going to kick it, and it's going to hit over there, and it's going to get a good roll. It's fine. It goes out of bounds at about the 8. So that's going to be a legal kick out of bounds. So I believe that brings that out to the 35. We're in the mercy rule stage of the game. The clock is running. It will only stop for timeouts and injuries at this point.
And it's first and 10, Harriman from the 35-yard line.
So 42-6, Bobcats up here in the third quarter. Clock is running, 9 minutes left in the third. This will be the first offensive possession for the Blue Devils in the second half here. And they're going to get a delay of game.
Timeout. Harriman.
No, looks like they got the timeout in time. So timeout, Blue Devils. But I wanted to continue the conversation, CL, about the baseball. Coach Kegley, I think we talked about this earlier in the season, but Coach Kegley's he's supported us from day one trying to do this thing and with TTSN, and allowed us to start live streaming his baseball games. We did I tried some little broadcasting, but it's mostly live streaming, and we posted highlights and things of middle school and high school. But I appreciate Coach Kegley and the baseball team for giving us the opportunity, giving us the platform to use for them, and then we've carried it over into the baseball season or football season. We planned we were going to do some basketball games here in the next month or so. Basketball season will be starting here mid-November. Plan on doing some Lady Cats and Bobcat basketball. The Blue Devils come out here after the timeout. It's a high snap, and he gets it off the hop. Cameron's chasing him down. He's going to throw it out here to number 5. I don't know if he caught that ball inbounds. Yeah, they're going to call it.
But, Coach Kegley he does a lot of stuff for the school, for probably all the sports. I know he does some painting on the field, and
he's the athletic director.
Yeah, he's the athletic director.
Yeah, he's.
We were down there doing some stuff. He was down there painting the field, and he's got one of the best baseball fields in East Tennessee.
Yeah,
he's always down there working on it. And just overall, I think, our relationship's really grown with Kegley over the year, and, he's became a real good friend of ours.
Yeah, Coach Kegley's awesome. Awesome individual. He's always helping us out. He sends me rosters, to the when it comes to games. He sends me the visiting team roster.
And I know he don't like to get recognition. You know, he's always deflecting, you know, when he wins awards and stuff like that. But, you know, if you ever see Kegley out there, just thank him for all the hard work he
Yeah. Another high snap here by the Blue Devils, and Oliver just gets on top of it here. And that's going to bring up 4th and a long. 4th and 22 for the Blue Devils. And they're going to walk out their punt team here. Clock is still running. We're on the mercy rule here. TSSAA's mercy rule. When it gets to the second half and you're up by 35 or more, I think the clock just continues running. So the Blue Devils are back to punt. You've got number 3, Jet, back here to receive. And a little high snap. He gets it clean, and it's going to be a short punt. Ball hits at about the 46, and that's where it's going to be downed by the Blue Devils. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at the Blue Devil 46-yard line.
Kingston now in the 4th quarter up on Rockwood 35-21.
Looks like Kingston finally got their stuff together. I see some new jerseys. Well, I see number 57 roll out here. I don't even have him on my Auburn Springs roster. Why do I not have him? It must be somebody's changed numbers on me. So the Bobcats out here. Vokey's in shotgun. Hammock's back in behind him, so that's good. Hammock's back in there running hard again. Going to be tackled by Oliver and several other Blue Devils. Hammock gets about 9 on that gain. So good to see him back out there after over there trying to lay some fence down on the last series. So it's going to bring up, I don't know if they're going to give them a first down. I think it's going to be 2nd and short. No, they're going to move the chain. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at the 36-yard line. Vokey gets out of here, and he just throws it in the dirt towards Jet. He was being chased by number 50. Braden Ward of the Blue Devils. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats. Clock continues to run here in the 3rd quarter. So handoff to Hammock again, and he's going to be bottled up here.
Ian Hammock on the carry, brought down by number 3, Eli Brock.
He's tackled by number 3, Brock, and number 50 again, Ward of the Bobcats, or I'm sorry, of the Blue Devils. Hammock got about 2 on that, so it's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Bobcats here. Vokey pulls this one, and he was trying to hit Sieber there. Sieber fell down. So it's going to bring up 4th and 8 for the Bobcats here. I think Sieber got tripped up, or he tripped himself up, but a little hot pass there they were trying to get. They hit one to Cooper earlier for a touchdown. So it looks like the Bobcats are going to go for this. I think it's just a little bit out of Bryson Goodman's range. Because at this juncture, it'd be about a 44, 47-yard field. That's probably definitely out of Bryson Goodman's range right now. Vokey goes under center quick, and they try a hard snap. And got about 18, 17 on the play clock. And there's a flag that come out here. Not sure what that was about. He was looking over the sideline trying to get the play. So we got a false start against the Bobcats.
False start against the Bobcats.
So that's going to back it up 5, and looks like Coach Harper's decided to walk out the punt team.
4th and 13 for the Bobcats.
So Bokey back to punt. Looks like number 5, Hanson, is back deep for the Blue Devils. He's standing on about the 6. Bokey's going to hit this one.
Oh, it's blocked.
It got blocked. Did it? Yeah. And that's going to be.
Oh, we picked it up.
Yeah. So it looked like Landon Hart tried to pick it up.
Come on now. Come on, boys.
So Landon Hart tried to recover it there. And then Hammock, I think Hammock picked it up, or one of the Bobcat players. I guess the question is, did Landon advance it? And if he did, then it would actually be a fumble, and it'd be Bobcat football.
I think it needs to be first down, Oliver Springs.
So was there a flag on the play? Yeah, there's a flag there. I didn't see that. So we'll see what he calls here. It's going to be Blue Devil football. They did signal this first down for the Blue Devils. We're just going to see what the flag's about. Once again, even though while they're talking, this clock's still running, so it's probably going to end the third quarter here regardless. And I think that's probably the best medicine right now with all the chippiness and flags that are going on. So we're going to get a dead ball. Personal foul against the Bobcats.
Personal foul against Oliver Springs.
Dead ball. This is probably going to be offsetting here, Seal. Yep.
Personal foul against Harriman.
So offsetting penalty. So it looks like it's going to be Blue Devil football at the Bobcat 29 after the block punt.
So defense needs to get ready. They probably,
Yeah, they're not.
They ain't going to get it off.
No, the refs ain't even set. The refs ain't even set. It's going to be in the third quarter here. So that's going to be into the third quarter here tonight at Wallace Black Field. Bobcats are 42, Blue Devils 6.
A couple other scores around the area. Alcoa beats Carter tonight, 42-0. Knox Halls, 66-13 over Campbell County. That's a final for our Clinton people. Powell over Clinton right now in the fourth quarter, 45-21. Maryville beating Bradley Central, or actually Maryville, that's a final now. 43-7. Maryville wins 43-7 over Bradley Central. No update on the Midway Oakdale game. Still says halftime, but Midway up 36-0. Oneida 21-0 over Polk County in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left, and of course Kingston over on top of Rockwood 35-21 in the fourth quarter.
Sounds like Kingston may get out of Rockwood with the win. So fourth quarter here starts. Ball's going to be spotted at the 30-yard line for the Blue Devils. It'll be 1st and 10 after the fumble, whatever, personal foul, offset, and penalties. So here we go. Back in action here. There's going to be a quick pitch out here to Wells, and he's just missed by Sieber. Eddings misses him. And he's finally tackled by Cooper Jones and number 57. Once again, I apologize. I don't have him on my roster.
If anybody in the stream knows who 57 is,
yeah,
say his name so we can announce it.
I will Somebody must have switched jerseys or something. That's the only way. We ain't had a 57 all year long. Blue Devils back in the shotgun. They're going to throw it up here, and it's just going to be out of bounds here. Good defensive play there by Gray by locking it down. So that brings up 3rd and 2 for the Blue Devils at the 22. Blue Devils going to come out here on 3rd and 2 with 3 wide receivers. They're going to hand it off to Bertram. That's Wells. And he is bottled up there by Fletcher, Tippins, and number 57. We're going to call him the mystery Bobcat.
4th down and about 3 to go.
So that's going to be, they're going to lose about a yard, so it's going to be 4th and 3 for the Blue Devils at the 23. And they're going to try a hot pass, and that baby's going to be picked off. Is that number 18? Yeah, Trenton Tucker right there on the interception. Pass was thrown a little high. And Trenton Tucker's back there in that safety position, and he just picked it off and gave the Bobcats the football. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at their own 20-yard line. And now we got a bunch of fresh jerseys in here, and looks like we've got William Eddings in here at quarterback. No. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Eddings is in at quarterback now. Eddings is the backup quarterback. We're going to have a timeout here by somebody. Timeout Bobcats. So I think they just want to talk about it. They run in a bunch of fresh jerseys there. I see number 18, Tucker, number 25, Stratton. Obviously, Eddings is playing the backup quarter, or he's in there at quarterback. I didn't catch many other jerseys in there. I'm sure Rodney Jones is in there on the line.
Early's still in.
Early's still in.
Big A's still in. So this will be good. Big A can get some maybe reps. I don't know. I didn't pay attention. I don't know if they kind of maybe moved him. Sometimes you move some of your younger players in different positions, just kind of give them some.
He's been playing that left tackle, that I guess you call it blindside tackle position. He's been playing that all night.
And we've seen him in the past. He's capable. He's played center some.
Right now he's in the right tackle position. So yeah, you're right. You got Rodney. Looks like Rodney Jones over here in the left tackle. 78 is in there. Kyler Edward is in there at the left guard. So Eddings is going to hand this ball off to number 12, Nathan Jones. We're going to have a Blue Devil player shaking up on the play here. So that will stop the clock here. 8 minutes, 10 seconds left in the game here. Bobcats up 42-6. So I guess we can start talking about next Friday night. since it feels like we may have this game locked in here. We got a big region game. It's going to be for the region title. It has been the last few years. The team from down the road's coming down to visit DJ Britton Field. We're going to have a big night, senior night for the Bobcats. This is a big senior class. I think there's 10 or 11 football players and probably a half dozen cheerleaders and 3 or 4 band members that we will recognize pregame next week. I think they're going to start at maybe 7. I haven't talked to the game administration yet, or the administrators yet, but we'll figure it out this week. And then obviously the game will start at 7:30. So it's going to be a big game. It's a rival game. Cofield's got the last 2 games against us. The 2 last year, the one at home, and then the one out, we had to go out and play them in the playoffs. So we really need all you Bobcat fans to get out there and support, show up in person. We're going to be live streaming. If you're unavailable or if you're out of state or something, you'll be able to watch. We're going to do that. But we also encourage you to show up in person. And
take your kids out to a trunk or treat probably. I know a lot of churches are having them, I think, on Sunday and some other nights during the week. Yeah, take them out there and get their candy then, and then come on down to for your Friday night up to come out and support the Bobcats.
Yeah, I've got some.
And the senior class who has done a lot in their 4 years.
They have done.
Springs.
You're right, Steele. They've done a lot. They played a lot. So shaking up on the plays, number 50, Braden Ward of the Blue Devils.
And that kid's been all over the field, so it's good to see him get up and walk off. But
yeah, it's back to what you're saying about the trunk or treat. The game is on Halloween night, yeah, get your kids out and do some trunk or treating, and then come down and enjoy should be a great game. I anticipate a really good game, a hard-fought game, probably going to be chippy. A lot of these players, coaches, families, we know each other.
But a lot of respect amongst the players.
Yeah, agreed. So Bobcats come out of here after the injury timeout, going to hand it off to Jones. Jones is going to run really hard over there in the pile of Blue Devils, and he's going to be close to the first down.
And that will be a first down for the Bobcats.
Is it? Yep, they're going to move it. So first down for the Bobcats. So good run there by Nathan Jones. He just running real hard and just stuck his nose in there and got the first down. Clock is still running, 7 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game here. Bobcats are just running it down here, ensuring they get it off, and we got a high snap. Eddings is going to fumble it there a little bit. He gets back on it. Going to be about a loss of 2 or 3 there.
My buddy Justin Nation said number 57, if he's hoping that TSSAA is right, but number 57 is Demarion Jones.
Demarion Jones.
Might be a newcomer or somebody. He looked on TSSAA. Hope he's right, or no telling. But thanks, Justin, for looking that up.
So Eddings on the carry there. He gets ran out of bounds. Looks like he gets about 5 or 6. Yeah, he gets about 5. So that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6 for the Bobcats. Ball's going to be on the Bobcat 34-yard line. Eddings trying to get everybody straightened out here. He's got a lot of fresh running backs there behind him, or beside him. So Eddings hands this off. To Jones. And that's going to bring up, looks like Jones didn't get no gain on that, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
4th and 7 for the Bobcats.
for the Bobcats. So I would imagine we're going to punt this ball here. Looks like we may just run as much of the clock as we can. Maybe Coach Harper will call timeout and get the punt team set up. Yeah, he's over there. I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to run about 10 more seconds off of this clock here. And it'll take it down to about probably about 4:46. 4 minutes, 46 seconds. I don't know, the clock's still running. They run an extra few seconds, whatever. 4 minutes, 43 seconds left in the game here. Bobcats are facing a 4th down. Once again, everybody, thank you for tuning in and watching the live stream tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll have one more for you, TTSN will, next week, Cofield. It'll be a big game for us, big game for the whole community, big game for Cofield. You know, it's a region title. But that'll be our last game. We have no plans right now to do any playoff games, just simply based off funding and stuff like that. It's $200 or $400 to do each round of playoffs, and I just, you know, it's one of those things where I'm not going to go out here and beat the streets up for money from the community. But we don't even know where we're playing. We may play at home. We may play away. We don't know yet. We won't know till after next week. So looks like the Bobcats are going to come out here in a punt formation. Bokey's back. He's going to hit it. And a really good punt here. It's going to be fielded at about the 27 by the Blue Devils. Good job by the punt team there by keeping Hanson at bay right there.
Early in there. Look at him run off there.
Early. Yeah. So the clock, after the punt by Bokey, ball's going to be spotted at about the 23-yard line for the Blue Devils. We will be doing the Bobcat Roundup after the game here, so stay tuned in for the stats of the game. And Jason and I will do a little bit of chatting about the playoffs. Haven't had a chance to catch up with Coach Harper, but if he makes his way up here, we'll put a hot mic on him. We'll ask him what his thoughts on the game tonight are, but I'm sure he'll come up. I don't know if he'll actually. He'll go do an interview with WECO. So Blue Devils going to go in motion here. Going to hand this off to Harris, and he's going to be ran out of bounds by Tippin. No, that's Bear Lively.
Number 22, Sam Tippin. 32, Bear Lively.
Bear didn't get him. Tippins was over there to get him.
Yeah. I don't even know if the Blue Devils were set there, so they're going to hand it off to Wells. Looks like Wells was tackled by number 45, Isaiah Hines of the Bobcats. A lot of fresh jerseys coming in here on defense. Comes number 34 in, Colton Lambert. You got number 18, trying to get some of these young men's names on here. Trenton Tucker, got number 9 out there, Javen Kraft. I'll get all of them in here. Still got Hammock in at linebacker. And he's in a foot race with number 5 there. Number 9's going to tackle him over there. Kraft brings down Hanson.
And they're going to give him that first.
No, he's a little short of the first down there, I believe.
That's what I thought. But
yeah, it's going to be 4th and about a yard. Minute 50 left in the game here.
You get Kyler Ellard, he's in.
I did. I got number 12, Jones. Rodney Jones is in there. Number 12, Nathan Jones. trying to get that right cornerback's number. I think it's number 25.
Yeah, it is
Brian
25.
Stratton.
25.
Yeah. Yeah. So
It's great to see these kids get some playing time. They put in just as much hard work as all the older kids.
yeah, I can see it's really cool to watch them. They're so excited and they're just kind of like jumping around. They're nervous but excited, and it makes you. I see number 45 over there. I don't know if I've called his. Yeah, Isaiah Hines. I've called his number, but did the Blue Devils take a timeout there? Maybe. I don't know if they did or the Bobcats did, but.
Well, they're doing better than I did my first play. My first play I ever got in, I got a false start penalty.
Did you? Was you on offense? Well, I guess he was on offense.
Coach Green let me stay out there, though.
Did he? I'm just, now that you say that, I'm sitting here trying to recall my first play. I don't know where's that. I was a sophomore. I have to think about that.
What keeps it in my mind was, I thought I kind of slid on the radar and they just let it go. But
well, if you got a false start on your first play, you're definitely going to remember that. That's a core memory there.
I just remember Coach Johnson with maybe some Silver Creek or Skull or whatever he's dipping. He's like, what was you thinking? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. So the Blue Devils are going to go for it here on 4th down, and it's going to be tackled. Yes, sir, by number 12, Nathan Jones of the Bobcats. Tackles number 8, Gann, in the backfield. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Bobcats will get the ball here. The clock is rolling. 54 seconds left in the game. I don't know. They'll probably strut out the offense, but I don't know if they'll run a play or not. They haven't even started the play clock yet. I'm sure a lot of these young jerseys, well, it looks like a lot of starters are back out here on offense, so they're probably just going to get in victory formation here. They don't even start in the play clock. I'd say the refs just probably told them, said, snap it one time, down it, and let's go home. Let's get back up Highway 61.
Harriman is coming.
Yeah, that's exactly what we do. Bokey's in victory formation. One snap finishes the game, and that's going to be the game here tonight. Final score from Wallace Blackfield. Your Bobcats victorious 42-6 over the Blue Devils. So good to get back in the win column for the Bobcats CL. Bobcats move to 6-3 on the season. 5-1 in the region. Harriman falls to 0-8. Obviously 0-6 in the region.
But definitely, under Coach Graham and Tinker, I don't expect to see the same Harriman team next year.
No, it's really that first year is tough for any. I would assume I've never coached to high school level, but just being just trying to get your culture and your beliefs and your things in place. You got to have buy-in. You got to have you get some attrition. You lose some players that maybe want to go play somewhere else.
They also, for the most part, they're running a whole total different offense than they have under Tap all those years, because he was basically a wing offense top man.
Yeah.
And there's just so much,
Yeah, there's a lot of pride in this Harriman community. It has been. They've had a lot of success. They've made it to state championship games. They've made it to a lot of playoff games. I don't know exactly, but I know there's a lot of tradition here at Harriman. They'll get it. Coach Graham will get it. He'll get it back in gear.
A lot of community pride. Like when we got down here, the Harriman fans came out and supported these kids. And just like, Oliver Springs does their own, we come out and support them, win or loss. And
yep.
That's what it's all about. But yes, it is great to be back in that winning column. And
Yeah, we got a big game next week now. We can talk about it.
go home and watch DJ's show and not be sad, I guess.
No, interesting. Interesting to see some of the scores and highlights. I don't know if, from around the region, the team. I don't know if anybody caught that South Pittsburgh score last night. I think they finished
82 to 6.
82 to 6 over Copper Basin.
That's impressive with the running clock.
Right.
But I think they had.
I think it was 50-something to nothing at halftime is what you told me at the middle school game last night or something, wasn't it? So, I mean, yeah, the clock was running at halftime, I believe. I don't really understand how you can score 80-something points in a high school game with a running clock, but I don't even need to see why you would have to. But
Yeah, the only way I can think about it is like they might have ran. I ain't gonna sit here and try to do the math on my head, but they probably about 1-2 plays at the most.
Yeah,
2 plays at the most. Touchdown.
Had the water boy in there scoring touchdowns or something, but obviously we're focused on the game next week of Cofield coming to town for senior night for the Bobcats. Region championship on the line now. We can officially say that since the Bobcats won here tonight. Still a lot of sorting out to do for the tiebreaker. It probably sounds like Kingston's going to get the win tonight over Rockwood, and the Midways was up big on Oakdale. That's the two teams that we're really focused on because we're in a record tie, a wins and loss record tie with those two teams. Starting tonight in the region, we were 4-2, or we're 5-1 in the region. Cofield's going to move to 6-0 in the region with the win over Greenback. Looks like Rockwood is still going to be 4-2. They got one more region game to play. They play Greenback. I'm not sure where that game is next week.
That's a final now in Rockwood. Kingston on top, 42-35.
I think that Greenback and Rockwood game might be an interesting game. Is that a Thursday night game? There's a lot of games next week, folks, that are on Thursday night.
Let's see here. Yeah.
So just once again, I see, just remind everybody that's still tuned in, we're going to do the Bobcat Roundup with Jason Daniels. Don't know if he's made his way up here yet. I'm trying to spot him. He's like me. He told me at pregame that I'll ask him about it when he gets up here, but he's like me. When you lose a few games, you change your clothes. You change your apparel. I've done that. I don't know. It's just superstitious. I don't know if anybody out there listening to us is that way. If you are, comment, let us know. But I've burnt socks. I've not wore hats again. All based off what happens on the field on Friday nights.
All I know is this gold hat I got on is 1-0. So
1-0.
It will be wore next week.
Okay.
So next Thursday night, you got Wartburg traveling down to Midway. Harriman. Two teams kind of like to see Harriman get a win.
So Harriman, you said Harriman travels to Midway. Is that what you said?
No,
Sorry.
it's Wartburg's going to travel to Midway.
Okay.
Harriman's going to head up the mountain up there to Oakdale. Greenback will be going to Rockwood.
So they go to Rockwood. Okay.
Greenback's 4-5. Rockwood's 5-4 right now.
Yeah.
That's really all the games. Jellicoe Cosby, that is what it is.
Yeah, I think that region is pretty set now after Hampton winning tonight over Cosby.
And not a big fan of Coach T on Mobile anymore.
It's probably a little too early, but we will have to focus on that Region 4. Obviously, Region 3 is the one with South Pittsburgh in it. South Pittsburgh, Whitwell, Sale Creek, Copper Basin, Lookout Valley. That's the 5 teams in that Region 3.
Let's see here.
Obviously, we're familiar with South Pitt and Whitwell. But the Region 4 is is consisted of only 4 teams, so all 4 of those teams will make the playoffs. But Joe Burns, Clay County, Robertson Innovation, and Red Bulling Springs. Before tonight, Red Bulling Springs hadn't won a game. They're 0-8, and they'll make the playoffs.
So Joe Burns and Clay County will play Thursday night at 7, and then that last one you said, the Innovation, they'll be playing on Friday.
Okay. So it looks like tonight Robertson Innovation played most likely Clay County. Yeah, they had to play, I guess. I don't know. Anyway.
If I remember that score, Clay County was up pretty big.
Yeah. Clay County, I believe, has got a pretty good football team just looking at
And then next week on All Hallows Eve, you'll have Hampton going to Cloudland. Sunbright will be headed up to Hancock County. North Green should take care of business against Unaka. Of course, the one that, we're all waiting for, Oliver Springs and Coalfield. And then Region 3, you'll have South Pitt and Whitwell. Whitwell must be having a down year.
Yeah, they've had some close games just by looking at some of the scores. Come across the scoreboards. But Whitwell is usually a pretty good team. We went down there last year, and it took all we had to get them to come out of there with a win.
That was Biggs going for 2. Biggs went for 2 and we won.
Went for 2 and we won. But it'll be interesting. If we make it out of the first round of playoffs, which I anticipate we will, we'll talk about it when Jason gets up here. I don't want to get too far into it, but it'll be interesting to see if we'll be playing a Region 3 or Region 4 team. That'll be a long travel, most likely. So. Yeah, I'm going to put you on the air since you're talking nostalgic stuff. Jason, come up here talking about the Tri-County Theater. If any of you guys are listening and you remember that, then you're going to age yourself. I know you're going to be definitely in your mid to late 30s for sure at the youngest.
Now, here's something very interesting about that a lot of people don't know that I do know. It was actually owned by Bill Crisp, and he sold it to a company called Premier that was run by a man named Mike Campbell and Neil Melton, which eventually sold their stake and all that to Cinemark. And Mike Campbell and Neil Melton started a company called Regal Cinemas.
Okay.
So one of their first theaters they ever owned was in Oliver Springs.
Yeah,
Oliver Springs, Middlesboro, Oneida, and Tazewell.
It was a 3 movie screen?
It was 2
right?
at
2?
first.
Okay.
And then in the 80s they split the left-hand side to have 3 movies. And,
okay.
Yeah.
So if anyone doesn't,
and a video store too.
If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, it's in the current location of Beach Park Baptist Church.
Correct.
So
there was a bowling alley and a sandwich shop right there. And at one time, I'm going to brag on myself, I was the youngest person to ever bowl a perfect game at Oliver Springs.
A perfect game?
I've had 2, and I've had 2 299s, and I don't bowl anymore. But I was the youngest at one time, and about 2 months later, a kid in the youth league shot one.
Yeah.
And knocked me out. It just lasted 2 months, but anyway, whatever.
Got you. Well, Jason, if you want to, we got you started. We got you up here. We got some viewers still on. If you want to jump right into the stats, and then we'll go from there.
Let's go with Harriman first, just because they are the home team, and I usually like to do theirs first and ours last. I think it works a lot better. Harriman ended up with 7 first downs. They ran the ball 24 times for 53 yards. one of those rushes was for 44 on their lone touchdown. So other than that, they had 23 rushes for 9 yards. So, we really held them down rushing. Harriman had 7 completions, 15 attempts, 1 interception for 32 yards. They punted the ball 3 times for a 27-yard average. They had 15 penalties for 84 yards. 14 of those were in the first half.
Yeah.
2 fumbles, and they did not lose any, although I don't know about this punt thing down here. Everybody was screaming, but I didn't see it, so I don't know. But
yeah, it looked like it was Landon Hart jumped on it.
Yes.
And kind of recovered it, and then there was some scuffle, and the ball squirted out again. Yep. I don't think he ever advanced it.
Okay.
So it essentially was a block punt recover right there. I don't even know who blocked it.
I couldn't tell that.
No.
Either. I'm always looking at something else. Anyway, they had 85 total yards for the Bobcats, 19 first downs, 25 rushes, 226 yards. That's almost a 10-yard average, getting close, about 9 or so. Passing 8 of 13, no interceptions, 140 yards. All of that was in the first half. We punted the ball. Technically, we only punted the ball 1 time for a 44-yard average because the one got blocked. That doesn't count as a punt attempt. We had 12 penalties for 103 yards. Believe it or not, we had less penalties but more yards. But sometimes those first 3 15-yarders we got in the first quarter kind of what added on to that. We ended up with 2 fumbles and lost 1 for 366 total yards. Some individual, of course, all the passing was attributed to Liam, 8 of 13, 140 yards. Jet, of course, 7 rushes, 150 yards, 2 receptions, 49 yards. Ian had 11 rushes for 57. I know that sounds a little wonky, but you got to remember that one that snapped over the head, he the one that recovered it, so he gets a 25-yard loss on that. And I hate that, but I got to do it the right way.
He ran the ball very hard tonight.
Yep.
I don't know if I've seen him run that hard this year.
So Ian had two receptions for 12 yards. Anybody? Well, Cooper had
he got a reception.
2 for 45, and 1 was a touchdown.
Yeah. Yep.
And Jordan had 1 for 25, and it was a touchdown.
Yep.
Defensively, let's see what this. I don't know there it is. He's got all this stuff. Really, there's not. You can see there's not really a lot of tackles. Really, you got. It looks like Sam had 5 tackles, 2 assists, 1 for loss.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan had that sack -7 there at the end of the game almost. And you had a lot of TFLs over here, so. Dalton. Wait, hang on a minute. He put that on the wrong one. No, TD. Oh, I see what he did. Okay, yeah. Dalton blocked that punt down here, and Ian recovered it. I see what he did.
So that was what I wanted to ask you. I knew Dalton blocked it, but I couldn't see who recovered it because they squirted out and all that.
Yeah. Ian definitely recovered it, and Dalton definitely blocked it. We both checked with both of them.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a problem. But defensive stats aren't that. They're not that many really tackles because you got a running clock the second half.
Yeah.
They threw the ball 15 times and they only completed 7 of them, and a lot of times they ran out of bounds, and so they ran out of bounds. Nobody's really touching them, and there's no tackles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there is something that we were going to talk about playoffs, right?
Yes.
I got something I want to throw at you that I thought of down there, and the first, if somehow we end up in a 3-way tie, the first tiebreaker is total number of wins on the season. And considering Midway won tonight, and then they're playing Wartburg next week, that would put them at 7-3. But here's my question. The very first game of the year did not get completed against Cloudland. It was 21-18 Midway. Is that game count towards their wins, or is it a no contest because it got called because of lightning?
So what I understand and remember is they
I just want to know what the TSSAA, how they look at it is what I'm curious about.
That is true. I didn't even bring that. That's a good thought, Jason. I didn't even bring that into thought. That first game of the year, you had a lot of games that, Harriman Kingston game it
does, yeah.
It didn't even play.
Harriman's 0-8 now. That game that, they should be 0-9 probably if they would have played Kingston. We'll just assume Kingston would beat them.
Yeah.
But they're listed as 0-8. And that game didn't happen. Now, that Midway Cloudland game got into either late in the third or into the fourth. But It still was only a 3-point game. So how does that count towards their wins? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm asking. I don't know how
this is going to get interesting then, for sure.
I hope that somehow it gets looked at. I don't know.
Yeah. But I do know Hampton won tonight. They beat Cosby, so that puts them most likely the region champs in that Region 1. Cosby looks like they're going to finish second.
Correct.
I think Cloudland, I couldn't remember what CL said. Cloudland played Hancock County.
Yeah, they won big.
Yeah, they won big. So.
And North Green played Sunbright and won big. They shut Sunbright out, and then Cloudland shut out.
So that's pretty much going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 in that
set.
region.
That region's set.
So yeah, it's so anyway, it's obviously we got a big game next week against Cofield. That's for the Region 2 championship.
That's correct.
And that's what we wanted.
Yep.
So and then obviously the tie situation, we'll probably get more into that. You know, as the week goes on, we'll probably understand. I don't know. I may email TSSAA tomorrow and just see if we can get some clarification on some of that stuff. Or it's written in the handbook. I got it wrote out here, but it's lawyer terms. You know, it's this and that and this and that and that and this, and it's just like I don't understand this for the most part. I'm sure somebody does, but you know, either way around, what happens is, regardless of where we're finishing, we're going to play a Region 1 team.
That's correct.
Whether we finish region champs or whether we finish second, third, fourth, whatever, we're going to be playing a Region 1 team. Mm-hmm. I had some of these stats pulled up. You know, we are right now. I was looking this week. There's no undefeated team in Class AA or Class A.
Correct.
No, everybody in Class A in the whole entire state of Tennessee has the loss.
Yes, South Pitt's loss was to a private school.
That might be a little bit weird. That might seem a little weird, but most of those Class A teams, if you've only got 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 teams in your region, you got to play up.
Yep.
Or you got to travel a long ways to play another single A school. So a lot of us smaller schools, we end up playing the Kingstons and we end up playing the Oneidas and things that a little bit more. You know, that the team's got a little bit more volume of kids, but Region 1 and Region 2 is in the playoffs. Region 1 is 11-35 against Region 2 in that first round playoff in the last 10 years. That's dating back to 2015.
Correct.
Cloudland carries 8 of those wins.
Not surprising.
And Unaka has 1, and Oneida has 2. That's because Oneida played in that single A division for a couple of years.
Yep.
They moved down, then they moved back up.
Yep.
And then just a note, I had 2021 Cloudland made it all the way to the semis. They lost to South Pitt.
Yep. And Cloudland.
But that 11-35 record.
That is.
Out of 46 games that's played in that first round, Region 2 is winning 70% of those games every time. So it's like that's pretty impressive.
Yep.
And that just speaks volumes. A lot of people say, "Oh, that Region 1's weak." Well, it may be, but Region 2 is always pretty good. You know, I know Harriman's not won a game, but usually they're pretty good. Yep. Obviously, Cofield's good.
And
We're good.
Rockwood added to us from 2A, and they've been great.
Rockwood, Midway's been able to go up there and win some games in the past.
Last year they went up to. No, that was Rockwood that finished 4th last year.
Rockwood and obviously Greenback over the several years they've went up there or got some wins at home, but that's pretty impressive to me. But I was talking through the broadcast, even we get out of this first round, then it goes to, Region 1 and Region 2 will play in the first round. Yep. Region 3 and Region 4 will play each other in the first round. And then
it goes wonky.
Then it's gloves off, and there's going to be a lot of traveling for some schools.
If every team wins, Region 1 will play Region 4 in the second round if their teams win.
Yeah.
And then Region 2 and Region 3 will play each other in the second round.
Yeah, and the home, obviously the higher seeded team will carry the home field advantage in the first 2 rounds.
Correct.
And then it's the upper half of the bracket because we're in an odd year.
Yep.
So if you get in that bottom bracket, say we finish region, we're going to end up in that bottom bracket.
Yep.
With a South Pitt.
Yep, we would.
And I think, honestly, in my opinion, the road to the state championships goes through South Pitt.
Correct.
I mean, regardless of what we say and how much we don't like them or whatever, but it goes through that,
I don't really think I don't like them that really because I don't remember any. It's a pretty clean game, and they you would think because they don't lose much, they would have taken it pretty bad us beating them last year. But I don't remember any I mean, nothing crazy. There's always going to be something, but
Yeah, it wasn't definitely.
I don't dislike them as much as I do maybe another team that we're not allowed to talk about.
Yeah, well, we can talk about them. It doesn't matter to me.
No, I'm not saying they're that name.
We're not going to give them any fuel, but this is obviously a free environment for us. We don't have any sponsors to uphold or anything like that, but it's going to be interesting as even that, like I said, with the Midway Cloudland game, is that an official game? Did T Loveless AA right? What I remember is there was neither team wanted to stop, but they weren't going, and Cloudland did not want to come back because, my gosh, that's a 3.5 hour ride.
And that's why they didn't want to stop, because they knew it was too far to come back and play.
Yeah, so it was, that's what I kind of vaguely remember, it being 7, 8, well, probably 9 weeks ago. But we never knew, at the time, you didn't think it was going to come down to this.
Nope.
So that'll be interesting to see how TSSAA rules that. It may be just the way it is. It may be set. They may give the win to Midway. I don't know.
Yeah, if it's set, then next week is for either the region championship or third place.
Yep.
We cannot finish second or fourth.
So we
Now
cannot.
that we won this game.
We cannot finish second or fourth. It's going to be for first or third.
Correct.
Obviously, if it's first, we're in the top bracket and we carry the home field advantage. If we make it all the way to we'd carry the home field advantage all the way till Chattanooga if we made it that far. If we finish in that top bracket, you win the region title.
Well, unless Hampton makes it to that third round, though. See, that home is up here, Region 1, number 1. If Hampton makes it to the third round and we do, we would have to go to Hampton.
We'd have to go to Hampton
if they make it. But I don't know that they're going to make it that far. I don't know. I don't know what they've got. They lost a lot of kids because of the flood. That's how they won that appeal, and they were originally 2A, and they appealed because they turned their numbers in on September 1st, and they appealed around the 30th or 1st of October and won the appeal. And I was told by someone who actually supports Cloudland that they deserved to win the appeal because they lost a lot of people from that flood.
Yeah. Well, since you say that, I'm sitting here looking at it. If Hampton is your region champ in that Region 1.
Yep.
I'm trying to figure out. So
they would play Rockwood in the
they're going to have to play Rockwood.
If it, Rockwood's set in fourth unless this Midway thing doesn't count. If the Midway thing doesn't count, Midway's going to be fourth and Rockwood's going to be third because Rockwood beat Midway.
That's true.
If that's why it works out.
Yeah.
Who knows what the heck's going to happen?
I know, right? It's going to be interesting.
You know what? Rockwood would beat. I don't know that Rockwood wouldn't beat Hampton.
You think they would?
I do.
I do too. I'm not sold on Midway yet, even though they did come and beat us. I give them that much prop, but so yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that works out. Either way around, it looks like we win or we place. Well, we win, we're going to be at home until possibly that Hampton game. But we lose, we're going to be on the road.
Yep.
If we lose Friday night, we're going to finish third, and that
unless the Midway doesn't count.
Unless the Midway doesn't count.
We got to find that out. I want to know.
Yeah,
that should be a no contest. I ain't trying to cheat, but the game wasn't completed. How is that a game? I don't know.
I don't either. It'll be interesting to see how that works out. I guess Coach Harper, I was just kind of looking, looks like he might have he's already gone. That's fine.
He probably, he was pretty frustrated.
Was he?
Not really with I think he thought we played good. He was really frustrated with the penalties on the sideline. Not the ones we got, especially at the beginning of the game. He was very frustrated.
Yeah.
That's why he called that one timeout down there at the first of the game in the first quarter.
Gotcha.
Because we'd gotten 3 personal fouls in the first quarter, and he was.
It was definitely getting out of hand a little bit. Yep. Even on the our first drive, Harriman had 4 penalties.
Yep.
And we pretty much gave us 30 free yards there on the very first drive. So it'll be interesting to see how this playoff. We'd like to talk about it because we're going to make it. We're going to make the playoffs regardless of what seeding we finish. It will be interesting. It'll be an interesting night next week. DJ Britton Field, Halloween.
Go trick-or-treating early. There's plenty of time to go trick-or-treating.
That's what CO was saying. He said take the young ones on out to a trunk or treat at a church or something this weekend. Let's get it out of the way and let's come on and.
But if you want a seat, you better do trick-or-treating really early and get your butt there.
Yes, I challenged all the Bobcat fans that were watching. I appreciate them tuning into us, but I'd much rather see them in the stands next Friday night.
We need all the support we can get.
We need all the support we can get.
We are possibly maybe playing the second best team in the state next week, as of according to the rankings. On McKenzie's second. We'll just say the second best team in East Tennessee and single A in the state, because South Pitt's obviously number one, but
Rocker.
they're considered eastern side. So we're playing a really, no matter how much we don't like each other, whatever, they're good.
Yeah, they're a good team.
There's a reason they're 7-2 coming into that game, and their 2 losses were by combined 10 points, I believe. They lost by 3 to Gordonsville and by 7 to 4A Stone Memorial. So
and Gordonsville's is
they're 2A now.
Yeah, but I don't think they've lost maybe 1-2
games.
Win
their region, I know that.
Yeah, they're doing well since they moved up to AA
Yep.
ball a couple years ago. So
actually, this is their first year.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I know. Well, I didn't like it when we went out there a couple years ago. It was rough.
It was weird. We scored first on them.
We did.
Remember, big long run.
Got a little bit of hope in us, and then
what in the world?
And then they had 70 some odd kids on the sideline.
I know. Look like South Pitt. South Pitt was 76 or so. I think. Lord.
And they play that dang train horn. I do remember that a lot.
Yeah, that fire engine at Sequatchie County drove me nuts.
Yeah. Well, Jason, thank you for coming up.
Yeah.
And we'll get out of here and let Harriman shut down the stands, and they'll be all right. I think Coach Snell's already come up and talked to CL, and I think all we
get the heck out of here, man.
He's been very helpful. He's very good. So we'll definitely. I'm going to definitely reach out to TSSAA.
Yep.
I may even send an email tonight, or I might just call into DJ and have him reach out to call into DJ.
And Biggs may already know the answer to this question. He may have talked to him. I don't know.
He may have. I don't know.
Maybe they had an agreement at the end, Midway and Cloudland. But I'd still say that it was not completed, then it should be a no contest, just like the Harriman-Kingston game. Just like there was some others. Anderson County Powell. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Jason. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. We'll see you. Hope to see you next week, next Friday night at DJ Britton Field. If not, we'll go live probably about set. We'll go live before senior night. We'll have that. We'll play the live stream of that. So, thanks to everyone, and have a good night and have a good weekend.